Manish, of course, you will not want to comment on Unichem itself, but pharma as a space, do you think that there are opportunities now at lower levels?
Definitely, I think in general we are overweight that space. Basically, we think over the next couple of years, a lot of these FDA related issues should kind of wear off. And from a top-down perspective, in terms of India's competitive advantages, I think it's a sector that suits that profile very well. You have very high quality management, high quality companies, and the opportunity size is quite significant, not only in the US generic space, but the global pharma space overall. So from that perspective, we definitely think at this point of time, this is one of the large cap spaces we are positive on.
Okay, I'm looking at some of your mid-cap funds. You'll have a substantial, sector allocation in banking, finance, NBFCs, as well as cement. The NBFCs have run up a goodish bit. Even housing finance, where of course there is a lot of positivity because of this Awas Yojana. Would you still back that area?
We've been very selective in that space. I do think there is some froth there. Again, it's a space which has done very well, but ultimately, if you look at the underlying industries, typically NBFCs fund consumption primarily house and auto. Now, if you look at those two large segments, they're not growing as fast as a lot of the NBFC books are.
Okay.
So the pool of profit of the underlying industries is growing at a certain pace, and the NBFCs, all of them seem to be growing much faster. Now, obviously, logically, this cannot last. I think a lot of it has come because A, they have squeezed out some unorganized players, and two, maybe the LTV has gone up, whatever. But
squeezed out maybe even the public sector banks.
Yeah, but market share gain can only run for so much time, right? I mean, right now everyone's extrapolating very high growth rates for that space, which I doubt will last for too long.
Will you rebalance? Will you rebalance to the public sector bank space?
Depending on the fund, we do have overweights on PSU banks. But yeah, so we're just trying to be as selective as we can.
Okay, well, the stock is now moving with a lot of volume. Is Indiabulls Real Estate on the upside? The volumes have already gone to about 1.5 crore shares at the moment. So up almost 3.5%. It's recovered from the lows and huge volumes traded there. I know this is a space that not too many people are interested in, but now there are some developments taking place here. Regulatory issues are getting solved. Anything in this space that would interest you? You don't have too many of these stocks in your funds at all.
We actually like some small real estate companies which we think are relatively better governed, and there is deep value in terms of discount to NAV. So it's not a space we are brushing off on a broad basis. We do like some mid caps in that space.
Okay. Cement?
At least large cap, we're not that positive because the valuations are not cheap. But mid caps, again, there are some stocks we like a lot.
Last year's sectors of the year were metals in the big space and NBFCs in the mid cap space. What may be your sector of the year?
I think there's a lot of these niche spaces like general insurance, aviation, logistics. Some of them can really scale up to being large cap spaces. So